Okay, we are going live in a second, but just let me share this with a few other groups, and then we should be ready to go. So sorry, starting up a little bit later than usual. It's actually a bit of an embarrassing reason why we're kind of starting on the later end, but we'll also, is this thing still moving? We'll see. Anyway, so okay, so we'll just share this up, and then we should get started. Hey, Tim Sopkak, thank you for liking the video. Is the alert box working properly? That is the question. Let's see. Philippines. We'll see if it's working properly. Otherwise, my system might be hacked again as usual. But otherwise, yeah, looks like alert box is not working properly. I'm not so sure if chat box is working properly. But hey, Tim, thank you so much for tuning in. Nice to catch you. Nice to catch you. You know what? Let's just start right ahead. Let's get to the pièce de résistance or something to that effect. I'm also suspecting that it's possible that when I share streams and it's liked there instead of being liked on the video itself, then that's what messes up the chat box alert box. But heck, it's okay. As far as the hard drive is concerned, I am cloning the drive. It's kind of taking forever. It's at 17%. I honestly don't know if I'll be able to finish the drive clone, but before I have to move house. So I'm still worried about that. Probably gonna take Risona just to have something different once in a while. Yeah, we could go kind of aggro here. I'm willing to take Risona because not much in the way of black. It's lethal exploit's fine, but not interesting. Goshen Tai is kind of fine. Yeah, we'll just take Risona. Tree Haste, it's fine for lack of a better term to describe it. Got an Imperial Recovery unit, but we kind of need a lot of cheap creatures. We do have a Voltage Surge, which kind of works as a cheap removal if we combine it with some artifacts. It's probably a lot better than Imperial Subduer. Heck, Imperial Recovery unit, if we could get a lot of cheap creatures, this might be a way to go. Am I willing to take the recovery unit over the Voltage Surge? Probably not yet. I'm gonna take the Voltage Surge first. See what pans out there. Not so sure if that's correct, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, they have a bronze plate board. This one I am willing to take early. There's a Mukotai Soul Ripper. I wish I could just take this, but I've already finished doing the Challenger deck series, so I don't really need this anymore. So it's probably bronze plate board at this rate. There's a Jukai Naturalist. As you can see, I only have one copy, which goes to show that I do not play the enchantments deck. Iron Apprentice is fine. Hold on, this is it's when it attacks ourselves, so none of those synergies quite yet. I might just take the Soul Ripper for now. Because we could easily get into black-red artifacts, although the Flame Discharge... Well, it's Flame Discharge, Peerless Samurai, Chainflail Centipede is fine too. There's an Ecologist Terrarium, but probably want to stick with the burn first. It's super flexible removal is kind of fine here in this case. At the very least, the good news in my end is that no matter what happens to the drive, at least the computer is kind of working properly. I just have to deal with the really slow. There's a Dragon Kami Reborn. There's a Dokuchi Silencer. There's a Peerless Samurai if you still want to stay in red. There's a Clawing Torment. Yeah, white kind of drying up a bit. I might just take the Windscarred Crag as early as it seems. Yeah, we'll take the Windscarred Crag. None of the... Because I could just take Peerless Samurai. It's, it does make things cheaper. Yeah, let's take it. Why not? Though I can see an argument... Okay, so... So the black is kind of weird right now. We got the Repel the Vile Imperial Subduer. I don't really want to shunt myself into this. Death to the Kami is removal. Okiba Reka. None of these are that great. I might end up taking one Repel the Vile just to have a big piece of removal, but these come around quite late easily. I might want to just focus on my early drops first. Not so sure if this is the right path though. I will admit that it's... Well, I got a Wanderous Intervention. Bloodfell Caves is a good splash if we go... There's also Ecologist Terrarium. I think we do take the Bloodfell Caves this time. Because it looks like we might be going red, white, splashing black. At least that seems to be the early part of the plan. Not too sure if that is the solid part of the plan. Also, try to see if we can take some enchantments. See if we can get a good shot with this. Because we might be able to dip into black for some of the cards that reward you for having both artifacts and enchantments. So we did get another Imperial Subduer. Probably a lot better than any of these other cards here. Does make me regret taking the first one though. If I knew this was gonna wheel, I probably would have taken something else. So at least as far as removal is concerned, it's fine but not impressive. At least we kept it mostly to white, which is the good news. So for all those tuning in, the draft is... The draft is gonna take a while to finish if these are where all the packs are. We're gonna be waiting here for quite a while, and yeah, this time you can now see the names of whose fault it is, so I'm not gonna hover. Yeah. But as far as the hard drive is concerned, yeah, as far as my hard drive is concerned, I'm hoping that we do hit the stretch where it starts recovering fast, but it looks like the parts of it might be really busted. I might start inquiring for paid services to see how much it costs. I probably don't want to, but well, I definitely don't want to, I'll be honest. Okay. Reckoner's Bargain, Scrapyard Steelbreaker. It is a warrior, so it actually kind of works. It's also an artifact, which kind of works too. Would I rather have it over a third Imperial Subduer? Not sure, but I'm willing to take it and see. I'm willing to give it a try here. Okay, so everything kind of bad here. We could just take the Crackling Emergence for lack of anything better. Yeah, there's a Brute Suit. We don't have any really cheap creatures quite yet. This is not great either, but something's better than nothing. Okay, got another Peerless Samurai. Got a Secluded Courtyard. And then Ecologist Terrarium. I probably would rather have the Terrarium right now over the second Peerless Samurai. Yep, we're swimming in Subduers, although I might take the Silencer as an option. Explosive Entry, put a +1 counter. I'll take the Changefell Centipede. But we're probably not going to run a lot of these cards, to be honest. Yeah, some of these are going to be a bit of a stretch, to be fair. Yeah, I'm also going to do a quick check. Yeah, one like. I believe Tim Sopcat shared also. Thank you very much. And we got an enormous energy blade that we don't really want. What I will take is the Ogre Head Helm. That's definitely something we want. And we're not missing anything. Well, probably the Golden Tail Disciple's one of the things we consider a miss, but we're definitely taking this. Upriser Renegade, something to consider also, but Fall of Lord Konda, 1 is fine, but it's really not that great. I might rather just take the Song Shape, either the Song Shaper, the Roadside Reliquary. Yeah, I'm kind of torn between these. We are potentially a roadside reliquary deck. I guess I'm willing to take one, even with the splash. Alternately, it's just a Tawashi Song Shaper first. This one might wheel, although I've gotten 0 copies of it, so heck, I have a ton of wild cards. There's an argument for when we were young. We'll take the Song Shaper. Okay. Best white card is there. Oh, there's also Windscarred Crag that I really want to take, but I'm gonna have to hope that wheels. Uncharted Haven's also a good solid card there, but we're taking Best Boy. Good boy. Oops. And we got... Okay, we're swimming in rares, which is the good news. At least we know we're in colors that kind of really fit. The bad news is, do I feel like this is a really solid deck? We're not quite there yet. We have a solid aggro shell. I'm still not even sure about the Soul Ripper. We probably want to be on the lookout for a lot of other cheap... Okay, they don't have to... Not only should they be cheap, like say Spirit to Companion, whatnot. We need to have a lot of creatures that are at least 2 power. Just as a requirement to crew this guy. The recovery unit now is looking good. I could just take an Iron Hoof Boar because the channel effect is quite decent as well. There's a Dragon Spark Reactor. How many artifacts do we have? 4. We're not quite solid in that. In fact, we're still kind of split a bit. I might actually just... I think I'm going to take the Iron Hoof Boar just to have a top end. Okay, network terminal is always good here. We are passing a... Well, cards are starting to dry up now, but we definitely will take the network terminal as a... We will not... Oh, okay, the second Dragon Spark Reactor is a tell, so is the Sunblade Samurai, though. If I take this Dragon Spark Reactor, should I hope that the other one wheels? Because this is still a decent top end, if for lack of... Yeah, I'm gonna take the Sunblade Samurai. I'm really not sold on the Dragon Spark Reactor, although I can see many... I can see a good deck. Generally, it would be red-black that will... Red-black or red-blue that really wants it. We're currently not that deck. Okay, definitely taking the Scarred Barons over the Simian Sling is really nice, but I think we take the Scarred Barons here. This does give us options for running the Chainflail Centipede. So we have a minor modified team between some of our equipment. Aki Emberkeeper is a solid one. Aki Ronin less so. Another Ecologist Terrarium. I might actually want more cheap creatures now at this point. So we have ways to splash for black. In fact, one can argue that white might be the splash. We can actually, like say, put in the Silencer, put in the Centipede. Though Imperial Subduer is really good as a way to clear the board, we might be better off because we can channel this, so this is not necessarily... So we're literally splashing white just for Risona. Well, here, Reliquary came back. Oh wait, we're losing Good Boy. So Ancestral Katana might be a fit. Windscarred Crag. Yeah, I did say I was gonna take this one. Let's keep our mana base as decent as possible. I guess if I was gonna splash, it would be for a removal color. So we'll take that to the Kami. So we're seeing how much black we can probably fit in. Imperial Recovery Unit came back. Got quite a few 2-drops. No, we're taking the Song Shaper. I'm still not convinced about Imperial Recovery Unit. Oh my gosh, okay, so Eiganjo is usually the auto take, but there's also a Rabbit Battery. Who am I kidding? Of course we're taking Eiganjo. Well, we've been blessed, but now we just have to make sure that we can make this work. Because we have to win in the early game or else it's all for naught. But definitely taking Aiganjo at this point. So we can definitely there's some March of Reckless Joy, but I might rather have Heiko Yamazaki just to have it's also an Aiganjo Exemplar, which is also solid. I might take Yamazaki first just to give us a 4-drop. It buys back Terrarium, it buys back the Song Shapers, it buys back Ogre Head Helm. We don't have that. We don't have other 2-drops artifacts. No, we have. It's just any artifact. We're taking Heiko. So there's another reliquary, but if the first one wheeled, the second one probably wheels too. There's an ancestral katana which we could take, but we probably want. No, we can take it. We could also just take more 2-drops, like an Aki Ronin is actually quite fine too. Heck, Aki Ronin discarding artifacts. Okay, we also got Touch the Spirit Realm, so perfect removal. Biting Palm Ninja, I will splash for that. It's a shame. It is a way to buy back, rebuy some cards, like say Spirited Companion. I will take that. So at least we have 2 cards that are kind of worth splashing. So swimming in rares. Admittedly, a little bit all over the place though. And we can take Kamiwar just for the lulz. I'm probably, as much as I like Banishing Slash, it's double white. We're leaning super heavy in red at this moment. If I can avoid running Network Terminal, I will. I probably wouldn't run it anyway. Let's just take the value. Oh, Risona again. Sure. So we definitely got on the right lane. Oh, got an Asari Captain too. We're definitely taking that. So we're definitely heavy on red-white. So I think these are literally the only 2 cards I will splash black for. I'll keep 1 Swamp. But that's about it. So we got 17 and 6, which is a really good mix. Let's see if we can get any other decent cards on the wheel around. Let's see. Kind of getting there. In fact, we probably will take another Kumano Faces Kakazan because yeah, it's a 2-drop in its own right. Yeah, it comes down a bit early. Actually, we are super creature heavy at this rate, so we might want to take a look at. Nah, we're fine. We might want to take a look at which cards are not pulling their weight here. Usually they're on the Bronze Cudgels. Probably not gonna run any of these, so let's just fill out uncommons. Aki Ember Keeper is probably not carrying its weight there. Don't miss any of these. But yeah, at least have an option. There is another Peerless Samurai. We'll think about it. Aki Warpaint, another Imperial Subduer, which I probably don't want. We're just filling out the rest of our cards. And there we go. I would say draft is not too bad, all things considered. Now we just need to see if we can pay this off in spades. So, first off, so 2 swamps, definitely cutting this down to 1. So 6, 7, 8. So our white mana is already perfect. 7, 8, 9. Our red mana could be better. Ideally, technically, I could get away with just these 2, but I am running Terrarium. I do want to have that option at least. Do I want to run a Roadside Reliquary? Let's do an artifact enchantment check. 6 and 5. It's reasonable, and I'd say it's reasonable. We're gonna be very greedy, but oh wait, we forgot one Iganjo. So let's take a look at our curve. See. So we definitely want red to start. In fact, it's mostly red. We can afford to get white by turn 3. Black, Soul Ripper can wait. So pretty much ideally, it's you want lots of red early. You just need 1 white mana for the most part, which is why I avoided taking Banishing Slash. And yeah, I guess we're good to go. Okay, let's see how this pans out here. Now, wish me luck. I hope this turns out well. I hope my hubris does not catch up with me. At the very least, I got a decent number of rares, but I also want to get a decent number of wins too. So now our opponent can ninjutsu this. Let's see what they get. Nope. King Price Infiltrator. Unfortunately, this is an Artificer, not a Warrior, but turn 3 is not too bad. So turn 3, we can probably play Puzzle Maker. Okay, so hold on. So whenever another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, let's see how our opponent blocks. Might be a bit premature, but at least we have our tree. We have a bunch of tree drops. Virus Beetle. This is a 2-3. This is a 3-2. The Menace is probably the more annoying part. Yeah, we'll discard the Subduer. Hey, Talo HG, thank you for liking the stream. So, hoping you're doing well and hoping you're doing relatively well. So, opponent not jumping with the Virus Beetle, so they're probably aiming for something really big to drop. So we really have to hold touch the Spirit Realm. Tamiyo's Completion, that's fine. An interesting trick is we can kind of bounce this, actually. We will end up... Is it worth it? Probably not. Okay, if I swing with this, that's just 2. Can't pump it. They can super block it, though. I can also swing with Etching just to... Yeah, we're gonna swing with... No, we're gonna swing with 1. Kinda meaningless. Yeah, we don't need the mana savings this time. Opponent just taking. We do have an artifact and enchantment, so we can actually crack this if we need the mana. The cards, rather. So we got our opponent down quite a bit. Opponent holding back. Gonna crack. Opponent could respond by taking out... Okay, no, they did not respond. So this does have haste. Oh, the Ogre Head Helm's interesting too. Let's see if our opponent has a counter spell for this. If they're... Nope, they're not, so... Okay, we have options here. I can play Seat of the Empire, hold up, touch the Spirit Realm, or if we need to. Because our opponent can make this into a 3/4. Yeah, it's a weird trick. Probably not the best use. Opponent is kind of flooded though. No, this doesn't give trample. So I'm actually going to put it on top of the Fearless Samurai. It will elicit multiple blocks. Opponent just taking it. Yeah, they're... Now, do we sack the Samurai to draw cards? I say we do. Okay, we got our backup Persona, we got our Black Source, though we lost the Soul Worker, but we got our win there. Our opponent literally just got flooded. They did not have anything to follow up with it. So that's a very good win on our end. We'll take it. Actually, not bad for the last draft of the month. No pressure because we already made it to Platinum. That's usually my goal every month. Draft once a month, draft once a week, get to Plat. See if we can do... I would love to do Diamond, but it's way too expensive. I would have to sacrifice a lot of Premier drafts. So, no, we'll just do... and trade them off with quick drafts. No, I'll just do the Premier drafts. We'll get... And I'm kind of happy with Plat. My other goal is usually to hit Constructed Diamond. If I can make Mythic, I'll make Mythic, but Diamond's kind of fine. So this is not keepable. Yeah, we have a turn 1 drop, but 2 lands in a 3-color deck is a no. This is more keepable. Definitely keeping. We can bin the captain. That's our okay. Opponent does not have a 1 drop, so we will drop Scarred Barons, Volted. Then we probably will lead on Overhead Helm turn 2. If our opponent doesn't give us anything, like Titan 4. Yeah, we're dropping the Helm. We can touch the Spirit Realm, the core, if we need to. Opponent looks like they are in the vehicle step. So this is Crab mana. We're gonna play Imperial Subduer first. Let's make our no crab. We'll swing with the... Does our opponent? Marsh's Swirling Mist. Okay, buy time. Probably the least offensive card of the lot. Modern Age, draw this card. Okay. So, no incentive to nuke our opponent's hopes and dreams quite yet. We do need more mana. And this allows us to hold the foe, touch the Spirit Realm, and Voltage Surge, and Cheap Flame Discharge if need be. So we're going for the aggro plan, so decline the card draw. opponent going into draw discard again. My major dislike for the Sunblade Samurai at 5. So I can sack the Ogre Head Helm just to snipe this. I can also just play Touch the Spirit Realm just to put an end to it. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Let's hold up the Voltage Surge for something else if need be. Now, our opponent could just crew this, which isn't... Let's see if our opponent... Yeah, we'll sack... Yeah, we'll sack the Helm now. Opponent can crew the Titan Core if they want, but that's gonna be an off timing there. I have to remember this is an instant. And congratulations! Now indestructible until we get it. Now this is crew 2, so so the 2-3 can become a 2-4. Does our opponent have an answer for Risona? Probably. Also note that we need to save up man. Although technically we now have a modified creature. Ooh, Rep Specialist. You only have 1 red mana though, so as much as I'd like to play this, I can't. So if you control a modified creature as you cast this spell, it deals X+2. So I'm hoping the math is right. Yes, 4 damage. Opponent can then just choose to crew this. But it does create an off timing because I will just swing with Risona and tap the Mech Titan Core. So opponent next turn could just swing back, but I actually would love for them to do that. Yeah, so not too bad. Tamio's completion. That's kind of fine. We have an outpost. Also, the roadside relic is not bad too. So technically I want to play Song Shaper just to have an artifact down, but we could just do that next turn. Let's get an enchantment first at least. Let's see if our opponent... Let's see what our opponent does in response. Yeah, definitely not swinging into that. Opponent does hit their own roadside reliquary. If they need to draw 2 cards, it's actually a good position for us. Modern Age, so they're drawing into even more cards. Discarding land. So one interesting trick, okay, Prosperous Teeth. Hard pass. So I can actually just blink this. That answers the Tamio's completion. Although it was end of turn, so we actually missed out on it a bit. Yeah, we kind of mistimed that one. So we're still not swinging yet, but Yeah, let's crack this now. Ugh, we hit our other Risona. I guess we should not. We might get our opponent to use up even more resources on this. Opponent yeah, well, they are ditching land, so it's actually, so the Modern Age is doing quite well for them. Opponent has a Surge Hacker mech. Okay, so it's crew 4, so we will have a 5-5. We will be starting down to 5-5. Bad news. Although we have an interesting one. Like, we could set it up in a way to tap a lot of things, but the part where it fails is that we tap these, they crew instead. And I've already committed an attack, so I kind of need extra help on that case. So we actually need some removal to answer these guys. But that won't stop us from playing these things. So I could swing now, but it is a death sentence because they can just crew in response. So really, no attacks. No attacks are good here. Our opponent's in a position where no attacks are good on their end either. But we need an out for these. They probably do cash in their roadside reliquary, especially now that they've already flooded. So what other removal options do we have? We used up the Voltage Surge and Touch the Spirit Realm. And we've also used up the Flame Discharge. Trying to see if we have a way out of this stalemate. Otherwise, we're just hoping our opponent draws out, which is not a great plan. Yeah, none of this is a very good. Yeah, this is the part where our plan does fall apart, unfortunately. When the board stall is big. Ooh. Well, of course we are blocking. Which means they hit Farewell. Which is interesting. Hey, Clinton, thank you for liking the stream. You might be watching the moment of my demise because our opponent is committed to an attack that's so weird. It has to be a Farewell. Yeah, the bad news is they get to keep their stuff. The good news is we have a haste creature. I forgot we had that. Oh wow, that was okay. That's a little bit brutal. Apologies to our opponent. I forgot I had that card. Yeah, we got there. So farewell indeed. We'll take that win, and we will like it. It's, yeah, very, very, very weird, but we will take it. So currently at 2 wins. We did start a little bit late, I would admit. So we're hoping to hit at least our usual 4 wins, but we might. It's really hard to say what our pace is right now. Okay, so currently at 2 wins with a red-white samurai aggro. Splashing a little bit of black, but I would not call those really busted cards, but they're still quite good. Okay, Terrarium. So we got Kumano. We can go Terrarium for white. So we actually have a good plan here. We do miss out on this unless we hit the 2-drop. Yeah, so this effect will disappear, so we will go for Terrarium. Yeah, planes. So next turn we kind of go for Peerless Samurai and combo it with Imperial Subduer. We will take the 1. I'm trying to remember if there's a cheap 2's mana counter spell, but no, it's Disruption Protocol, but it needs double blue. Also, we can just attack first, see if we can bait our opponent into doing something about this. Nope, nothing on our opponent's side. We will just play Peerless Samurai. So we could swing with this guy by his lonesome. Does he have a burn spell? Plausible. Seismic Wave. Okay, had to do it that way, so not too nonplussed about it. We'll play Imperial Subduer. We will play the Bloodfell Cage, although it's... So our opponent is also on the Artifact deck plan. We will get one clean swing with Subduer, though that depends if they might have more burn. He's there. Okay. But they are stuck on lands. Well, so are we, but... Now we can only activate this as a sorcery, so I need to decide if I want to activate this now or save it for Soul Ripper. Also, we do have Iron Hoof Boar if our opponent doesn't have another Kami's Flare. Acquisition Octopus. Okay. Opponent is in the acquisition plan. Also, this is a cheap crew, so we can just sack the Terrarium. That would make this a 5/4, so it will get past these guys. And we will still be able to drop Sunblade Samurai on the defensive end. We also got the Naiganjo, but we kind of want to save it. Yeah, because we can just play this and play this. We could also sack. So that's one Soul Ripper in. And we will now have multiple options. We can even play the Iron Hoof Boar as a big old 5/4. Yeah, our opponent being stuck on mana, not very helpful for our opponent, but it was very helpful for us. So 3 wins in. Big confidence booster. Yeah, no, it's nice to be able to chill once in a while. There is a little bit of stress with the upcoming house move, especially when I'm considering that I am planning to... I still have to worry about this hard drive that is... Okay. If by tomorrow this moving data doesn't move significantly, I might just cancel it and disconnect the hard drive for the time being to keep it from running too hard. Then I'll think about my options after the move. So the data will be in limbo, for better or for worse. Okay, this one is keepable. We got turn 1 into turn 2 Ronin, and we can cycle this next turn. There is a risk here, I will admit. But having the aggro 1-2 plan is really solid. Since we... Yeah, would I prefer a 2-4? I think a 2-4 is generally more preferable. Okay. We'll cycle this for the plains. Just because we are swinging for 4 anyway, we need to get the aggro on. As much as I'd like to draw this card, there's no rush for that. So next turn we can drop Persona, and I would like to just hit with her, just her alone. Oh, by the way, we're up against a diamond draft. I believe the skill level, yeah, it kind of evens out. It kind of tapers a bit. Pretty much when you're doing the chase from silver and gold. Okay, opponent is playing green, so we are looking at enchantment special. Could have removal. So we're playing this now to get the land out of the way. As much as I would like to change the sequence of this, okay, I'm assuming it's either an Eiganjo or a Wanderer Strike, so we need to get that removal out of the way. Hey, Jericho Elagan, thank you for liking the stream. I'm about to watch one of my creatures die. Oh no! I thought one of them was gonna die. What gives? Oh, it's just that. Okay, but they might hit a big 5 mana drop. So let's see, what's their big follow-up? Shrine Steward. That's not a big follow-up. It will kill Resona if I swing, but then again, I am so willing to trade at this point, it's not even funny. Because our opponent will have Goshen Tai mana soon, but it's gonna be a ways away. We might be able to get around it. I'm assuming our opponent goes for, oh, Intercessor's Arrest. That's actually fine too. Yeah, flooding is not good for us. That's super weird, but I'll take it. And we'll play the Towashi Song Shaper just to, so that, or if our opponent goes Intercessor's Arrest, they're forced to do it on the etching. Because this is a sure kill if they leave one. Well, they could also just leave this untapped. That's also fine. Definitely hoping to get through this one. Let's see what our point. They definitely will play the Intercessor's Arrest. It's a question of whether they have a follow-up after it. Terrarium into Arrest is okay. Okay. Oh, they were missing blue mana. Now that changes everything. But definitely the Intercessor's Arrest comes down. That gives us a license to swing. I will take that trade. And if nothing happens to Aki Ronin, that gives us a lot of... Oh, wow. The Ecologist Terrarium is going to give us a lot of gas. Opponent needs to have additional answers at this point. Commune with Spirits, not quite there yet, but they are digging for an answer. Digs a land, so that's not an answer. But they do have 6 mana up. So, Geothermal Kami, no enchantment to bounce. Get another Towashi Song Shaper. We might have... Okay. So first things first. So we swing with this, we get to replay. We probably definitely discard the mountain, I believe. Yeah, just buying back the terrarium. Oh wow! And the 4 blocks. So we just need 1 mana. Nice draw. Oh wow, we got there. Haha. Yeah, that was very nice. No, hold on. Let's take. Oh, I was gonna look at the battlefield, but consider our opponent's deck had a really slow start. Now, I would say the speed of Neon Dynasty draft is kind of on the medium end. Okay, so he definitely made there. 1 more win would be really nice. I would love to see. Yeah, I'm thinking that what happened is that it's on the medium end. We just came out swinging. That's kind of what makes Kumano faces Kakazan really, really good as a starter. So we did make I would say we definitely made the correct choice of leaning on red as the main color. Yeah, we did end up having to sacrifice by not drafting Banishing Slash, but... Okay, this is super sketch. We do have a turn 3 Risona. Probably have to play a turn 2 Terrarium just to lead on Soul Ripper. Now, it's our turn to be in trouble if our opponent does have the... And this is why we have at least 1 emergency basic. So, our opponent will definitely drop a 2-drop. Do I hold mana just for Aiganjo? Oh no, it's just a... Okay, it's Reckoner Raid, so it's gonna miss the... It's gonna miss the timing. Now, we're not going to keep the counter because our opponent can just hit back with Kumano. And this is based on combat damage, so they just have to swing. So we lose the Searchlight Companion, so we're not hitting back. But we do have an Imperial Subduer. Peerless Samurai is also... Okay, interesting situation. Peerless Samurai allows us to make 1 spell cheaper. Does well, it's easy for them to retake it, I guess. So next turn we can go Soul Ripper, Subduer, or just a Subduer to start locking things down. We also can just dump a counter here. Atsushi. Ooh. Okay, interesting math ahead. I don't think our opponent wants to block with Atsushi. They probably... Let's see how they block. Okay, that's a fine block. So we don't have to play Aiganjo. We can definitely play Mukotai's Soul Ripper because we're not going to. Then we play Kumano. And yep, end the turn, nothing to do there. We can crew this as a blocker if we need to. Although this does have Menace, so we're probably going to be taking We'd probably be taking 5 in the air, so this might be our first really bad start. Unstoppable Ogre. Target creature can't block. I can make a different creature block though. So but it might not be relevant. Oh, it's gonna be relevant. Do they? Oh, they had the removal. That makes sense. Okay, they got it. They got us. So definitely. Oh, I could have tapped it. I forgot. But I wanted to have a beefier blocker for the time being. Experimental synthesizer is fine. So we just need to do the math. We know we cannot Simian Sling. Where does our opponent equip it? That makes sense. Makes it a 2/2. Yeah, it's unfortunate we can't block all of these. Wait, let's do some math first. Hold on, we need to assign blocks first. Yeah, wait. So, pass the blocks. So, we're taking 2 here, we're taking 2 here, that's 4. So we just need to block. We can actually block this one. So we survived down to 1. We do go up to 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're 1 short. Where can we get 1 more point of damage? Also, our opponent could have another blocker or something, so that would be really mean. Okay, they can sack this to... Okay, they're dropping it down. They can also just make it. So, this does not... Oh, it does give +1/+1, so... Yeah, that kind of does it for us. It's over. So, if I swing at everything, they block with just 1. They can only activate this as a sorcery. But it means nothing to us without any... Yeah, that's a good game. Unfortunately, our opponent was a lot faster. So, yeah, we needed something for the Searchlight Companion. Also note that Simian Sling would have also been a problem. We actually would have needed to answer 2 cards. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. That was not a great situation for us. So we did take our first loss. But let's keep going. So we can afford to lose 2 more times, but hopefully we win 3 more times instead. At least the deck is supposed to be... Well, I would say the deck is relatively fast. We've played 5 games, and including the draft has been on the 1 hour mark. Can't keep this. This is going to be white all the way. I love the double red, but no. Okay, this is more keepable. We have, we can get into Risona. We have an Emergency Flame Discharge. I say we bin the Reliquary. Let's see for... Oh, Moth Rider with power. So we go Spirited Companion if we don't need to end. As I do like to answer it, but I feel like it's a weak one to answer. We're just gonna take one. Oh, it has Vigilance? No, it's just flying. Yeah. So we will lose the indestructible counter, but I don't think these colors are worried about indestructible. Restoration. We might be able to rush our opponent at this rate. I'm actually gonna... Oh no, because our opponent could just buy it back. Also note that we technically have X equals 2 because of as long as this counter is on there. So let's see if our opponent gives us a nice 2 toughness creature. So it's Moth Rider Patrol into Moth Rider Patrol. Geothermal Kami to bounce this back. That might be a better target. Yeah, that's probably a better target. So they regained the 3 life, but we get to... Oh no, they did not. So they really want this to flip. I guess that makes sense. It is a bigger threat. Let's see if they swing. Sure, that's fine. So we had an Ogre Head Helm. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need X equals 4 to kill it. So we can't cast Ogre Head Helm quite yet. So that's gonna flip. We do want to get rid of this because this is infinite blockers. We need to make our opponent use up their mana. Wait, can I respond to this? Oh no, I can't respond. I goofed up. I was supposed to blow it up while it still had the counter. Golden Tail Disciple. Aki Rune. We did get this out of the way. Let's see how our opponent blocks. Okay, that's a given block. I could just trade it. No, we're not. Yeah, we goofed up on that play earlier though. So now our opponent is gonna start Although we could just chump block this though. I bet our opponent smartly just taps. Okay, so another threat to worry about. Going all in. Yeah, this is the bigger threat, but I did goof up that one. The correct play was to just burn it right away. I keep forgetting that the counter is not permanent. We did hit another Imperial Subduer for a bit. One could just block with the token, but they probably... Yeah, the Moth Rider patrols are doing a lot of incidental damage. And we're about to be hit by a big 5-5 here, so this might be our second loss. And this would be my fault. No, there's no other way around it. I goofed up. Opponent also now saving up mana to do the tap, to go tap. So, yeah, we really goofed up that one badly. Also ditch the Soul Ripper with this sequence. Let's see which one our opponent taps. They can afford to tap one. Oh, they're not tapping either. Okay. Hey, there's the land that we needed to cast it. Sometimes that's how it goes. Yeah. We goofed up on that sequence. I actually thought they would give us a chance to respond. But well, that's a good game. We don't have enough. Our opponent. That's definitely a good game. Yeah, we did not. We goofed up on that one. That is our fault. Come on, let's see if we can get at least one more win. I'm also. Is there anything that we could do to improve our gameplay? Yes, there is. Play better. In my case, that literally makes sense because I am goofing up quite a lot on this one. Sometimes you can have the best deck, but if the player is not up to snuff, it can only do so much. So let's see if we can get this to work. Also, yeah, we're still streaming. Okay, definitely a keeper. Windscarred Crag into... If we draw too many lands, we go Aki Ronin. Otherwise, we go Spirited Companion and probably see we drew too many lands and kind of wish we played Aki Ronin. We have the Soul Ripper again, so I'm starting to think that maybe we should have just flashed for Biting Palm Ninja and probably a removal spell. But now that we have the Imperial Subduer, looks like Aki Ronin might be the better play. Do I want to play Reliquary quite right away? Not sure. Shukai Trainee. So at least the Imperial Subduer can get past the Trainee, which is kind of the good news. Yeah, no blocks. Spirited Companion. Now, oddly enough, yeah, because we have the 2 mana here and we know we have a Sunblade Samurai incoming. Now we have a Spirited Companion to dig if we need to. We'll discard the plains. Yeah, we got another land, so not too bad. Next turn we can start swinging with the Subduer itself. Then we probably play the Reliquary. Pipe the Server. Well, we're definitely not blocking. Did hit the black mana. Wishy-Washy Song Shaper kind of gives us some nice digs. Oddly enough, well, actually not too oddly, I am willing to bin the Spirited Companion to give us a good block. Skybless Samurai. Ooh, wow. Could we take? Yeah, we can take for now. So we have an interesting sequence where, yeah, unfortunately, well, we will still have an artifact afterwards, so we're gonna take the Sunblade Samurai first. Crew with the Subduer. Oh no, we misclicked. Let's see if our opponent blocks with Jukai Trainee. At least we can get it out of the way. Yeah. Let's see how our opponent blocks. They need to block with at least 2 creatures, so it's probably Trainee Companion. But yeah, that was a bad misclick. We probably would have sacked the Ronin. Opponent really deciding on this. Well, that's... So now if they swing with Trainee, we could block with Samurai, but it does keep them from swinging with Preserver, unless they have a combat trick. So next turn we can just run Song Shaper, Reliquary, draw cards. Alternately, I could just block with Spirited Companion. No, I think this is probably the correct one. Let's see what our opponent's big follow-up is, though. Oh, they might have a fight effect. Yep, that's what... Does our opponent have another kill removal effect? I'll be so annoyed if they have another Rastor's Rebuke. Nope, they gave us the 2 cards. So actually with this, if we hit another land, we can go for a large Iron Hoof Boar. Otherwise, a large Resona is not bad either. Opponent might have a way to bring the card Colossal Sky Turtle. That's actually fine. Definitely gives us a target for Voltage Surge. Which means we give up Song Shaper for the Volt. So... don't know if they have another Master's Rebuke, but most likely it is just gonna be... If we need to play an artifact, I would really be... by losing the Song Shaper, I'd really be sad. So first we play Risona. Now the annoying thing is because this has Death Touch, we actually need to snipe that. If I swing now, it just eats the Samurai, then we take 7. We take 7 either way, but at least we might have a shot with Iron Hoofboar on the crackback. So we're gonna hold this back for now. It's unfortunate we had to take out the Tech Wrecker, but okay, opponent not playing it safe. Makes sense. Probably not gonna make it past. Okay, so if we go Iron Hoofboar, so it's 4, 5, 6. Because I can go land, Terrarium, but no way to gain life. Yeah, this is it for us. Just the Sky Blessed Samurai. Our opponent buying back the Sky Blessed Samurai by itself was already really bad. Yeah, this is the most we could do, but we super fell behind. Let's see what their last card is. This is the most we could do. Yeah, good king. Having to fight multiple Sky Blessed Samurai back to back to back. Well, with that we fall down quite a bit. 4-2. Oh no, I think this might be our last game. Let's see if this is... Yep, this is definitely our last. We had a very quick start, but then it just fell downhill from here. That said, we did collect a decent number of rares for what it's worth. We got 2 copies of Risona, a Biting Palm Ninja, which is actually nice, Ogre Head Helm, Mukotai Soul Ripper, Goro that never showed up, and another Aiganjo, which is probably the best haul here. So very nice haul of rares, but yeah, we could have done better. But that said, quite pleased with what we did. That's gonna be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. I want to say a very big thank you to Search Hacker Mech. That kind of messed me in that game. Well, no, we survived the game with the first Tameshi. 2 more packs. What do we have here? That should be my last hit at Suku. I would love to get more wild cards now that I'm done with the Challenger deck series. Raiju, not bad. So there we go. So a big shout out to Tim Sopcat, Talo. Wait, no, let's slide this back a bit. Yeah, Tim Sopcat, Talo HG, Clinton Cleo Williams Jr., Jericho Ilagan. Thank you for liking. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.